Welcome, racing people. Robert Warren's up in the booth tonight for SpeedZoneTV, kicking us off for the 50 laps at Pocono Raceway for race number 6 at Lightning Esports season number 5. We got an awesome battle in the mix for this 2.5-mile oval. The tricky triangle, 75 degrees, partly cloudy, 2-mile-an-hour winds, 40% humidity, not a cloud in the sky this afternoon. Very hot track at 122 degrees. It's probably going to get a little greasy out there. Quick look at our grid tonight with 18 cars in the field. Bear Tolson taking the pole in that 33 machine. Shearer on the outside. Zapata third. Young fourth. Oaks fifth. Con sixth. Fox seventh. Warnez eighth. Kazi ninth. Hookhausen 10th. Baker 11th. Rideout 12th. Henry 13th. Driver 14th. And 15th goes out to the one machine of Russell. Jordan 16th. Chrissy Two Shoes Schussler 17th. And Bridgman, we haven't seen him in a few races, I don't feel like. But he's rounding out the field. Make sure you're checking out the gearbox in the bottom right-hand side of your screen. Make sure you're putting on 4K. Make sure you got all that SpeedZone TV has to offer you. Highest definition that could be broadcasted is broadcasted. So you're going to make sure that you take advantage of it. Tricky triangle tonight. We're going to have a bunch of cars looking to mix it up. 50 laps, the marker for crowning a champion, but only 15 laps to a tank of fuel. So we're going to be seeing how these drivers manage their equipment as the race goes on. This, three very different turns. The tunnel turn has been known for its tunnel underneath it, surprisingly, but also collecting people into the wall on the outside of it because it's hard to manage. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to get fired up in just 1 second here. Our points leader is Zapata by Young, followed by Young, and then Warrens. Those are our top three. Rideouts in fourth, followed by Con in fifth. So, very, very interesting to see how these drivers are going to shake it up tonight. Only 2 races left, this one and the next one, before we move to the playoff bracket. So drivers are going to want to either lock themselves in the top 10 in points or grab a win tonight to lock themselves in the playoffs. Pace car's getting ready to duck off here. We're about to go green for 50 laps of action.
Green, green, green.
Green is out. Away they go. Tolson gets a great start on the inside with Shearer on the out. Zapata in behind, pushing Tolson down into turn 1. Great job by drivers. Zapata slides up a little bit. Drag race down the back stretch into turn 2. Not sure who's washing up to the high side of the tunnel turn, but getting it stuck up there. I think that's the 69 of Fox. Currently, we're looking at the 38 machine of Zapata with Tolson on the outside and Young in behind him. Here, getting away to a little bit of lead, just 4/10. Tolson, oh, contact!
The yellow flag is out.
Bringing out the yellow flag. We're going to have to go back for a SpeedZoneTV instant replay there. See what happened. It looked... Well, we don't want to call it too soon, but it looked like... the 38 brushed off the wall after being pushed tight by, the 33 brushed off the wall after being pushed by tight by the 38 machine of Zapata, and then Young in behind just tags him. Let's take a look at our SpeedZoneTV instant replay. Let's grab the far chase cam. Order times. There we go. 38 washing a little bit. You can see him start to slide up from that yellow line, which is a natural progression. Here we go. Lots of room. 38 brushes the wall, hooks down, and as he's hooking down, Zapata dips away. Young says hello to the inside wall, missing the wheel or the water barrels. Thank the baby Jesuses for that one. But that Coca-Cola machine is going to need a new nose cone. Right there. Let's get back to live action. The unfortunate break for the 33 machine, but even a tougher break for the 88 of Young. Olsen, I think, is sitting a little bit further back in the points than Young, because Young is currently in second, but Tolson's sitting 12th. He's got a win on the season, so you know, providing he maintains his attendance, he's going to be in good standing here. Driver's going to come down the pits here. We'll give a quick shout out to our sponsors and get back to live action here. Just 1 second.
Bad credit? No problem. We finance everyone. Plus, save up to 30% when you buy through our website. And we got the deal of the century. Send a friend our way, and if they buy a car, you get up to $300 cash straight to your wallet. It's summer. It's your time, and you deserve to drive the car of your dreams. Come on down, and we'll put it all together for you. We want you out of that old ride and into something fresh. And that something is here at Car to Sell.
Shout out to our sponsors making it possible for you viewers at home to view the beautiful broadcast on SpeedZoneTV. Last week at Knoxville, very different racing, going from dirt to asphalt and concrete. You know, we were at Bristol, then Knoxville. Now we're at a big speedway or raceway like Pocono, and you know, drivers are going to have to change their style to fit the track here. Counting cautions, lap 4, soon to be 5. 93 machine electing to take the outside. We haven't seen much racing yet. So, you know, as I mentioned earlier, 15 laps is what a tank is. So, you know, we might be able to stretch this out to lap 20 now. But there's going to be a lot of action left for the Sim Lab 50 at Pocono Raceway here. And if you're in the market for wheels or pedals, a sim rig itself, you're going to want to check out SimLab. Tell them that Lightning Esports brought you for any promotional deals. Be checking out the chat on YouTube every once in a while, so pop in a like to your favorite driver. Maybe some criticism on this questionable commentating. That's fine too. But we're here to represent those comments and make you part of the action from SpeedZoneTV right into the race. Pace car's in. Gonna wait for that
Green, green, green.
spotter to call the green. They're out. Sure gets a great start. Drag race down the front stretch. Robert Kahn up in the mix now. E2, 3 wide in behind. That's Kazi, Zapata, and Oaks. Kazi gets away. Warren's up in the mix. In behind. Oh! Oh! More contact. Kazi gets in the side of Oaks, lifts out, but they're 3 wide. All the hard racing here. That's Warren's on the outside. Kazi shuffles back. Drivers are able to get squared away. Back up to the front here. Here, checked out to a 1.5 second lead. Down the backstretch into the tunnel turn. Zapata on the bumper of Khan, looking low. Slight contact there. They bounce off each other. Warren's gets a run. They're 3 wide going down into turn 3. Warren's charges in deep. He's going to grab the 2nd spot right out in 5th. Tough racing, but our leader, Bud Shearer, the Burger King mobile is just rolling away. Last lap was a 54.26. Almost a half second or more over the entire field as far as pace. Warren's under pressure from the 21 machine of Khan, with Zapata in the 38 in 4th, right out in 5th. Oh, we got a spinner.
Yellow flag.
Ozzy in the caution. We're gonna have to see what brought that out. Or Ozzy entered the pit lane here. We'll go back to our SpeedZoneTV play. For all you camera lovers out there, we're heading up to the far chase. We got 10 machine of Henry. Gonna back it up a little bit, get a little bit more perspective as to what's going on here. There we go. 10 machines got a little bit of a run on the 15, on the berm there. Waiting for this to happen. That's 48. That's Bridgman, I believe, on the outside. But Henry comes up and tags the left rear of Ozzy. Ozzying the caution. See what I did there? That's so exciting. Take a look at it from one more perspective. Not really sure how to... You know, perhaps Henry was thinking there was more room for him to come up, but alas, there was not. That's going to be our 2nd caution of the night. Kazi getting tires now, but Shearer's still out on the track. Roller sponsors one more time.
Bad credit? No problem. We finance everyone. Plus, save up to 30% when you buy through our website. And we got the deal of the century. Send a friend our way, and if they buy a car, you get up to $300 cash straight to your wallet. It's summer. It's your time, and you deserve to drive the car of your dreams. Come on down, and we'll put it all together for you. We want you out of that old ride and into something fresh. And that something is here at Car to Sell.
Saw this now as we just broke for commercial. Drivers coming down for a splash of fuel. A couple drivers did not go down. Looks like the 14 of Shriver and the 69 of Fox elected to Stay out. I have to see if that works in their favor. Lots of racing left. We saw 2 cautions so far. Race number 6 underway. Next week, we are headed to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for 80 laps under the afternoon sun. I think Pocono is going to be hot. Check out Vegas. It's going to be even hotter. Hata. Ozzy's still in the pits.
Green flag, green flag.
Green is out. Here, give him the bump to Fox. They're 3 wide. Woo! Fox slides up the track, gives a little door to Young. Drag race down to the tunnel turn. We're looking at the Bumblebee nest. Not seeing any carnage in the mix just yet. Little brush of the wall from the 33 of Tolson with Russell and Bridgman in behind. Dragging down the front stretch to get the real estate they need to make a move. Russell's underneath the 33. Should be able to complete the pass here. Khan gets around Shriver on the inside, battling for that lead. Here following through it with Young in behind. Woo, contact there. Here and Shriver touch. Don't think that was consensual, but it did happen. Shriver tags the wall on the exit of 3. Oh, 1 of Jordan. Driving hard, trying to get some room in that tide machine. Here, trying to chase down the 21 machine of Khan. Well, the swarm of bumblebees battle it out in amongst themselves in behind for 3rd through almost 12th position. Just a second separating 10 cars. I mean, these guys are turning 54-second laps, but, you know, a second is not a lot of time to react. Get it done. Also able to get around the 69 of Fox with Warrens and Zapata on the bumper of Fox now. Fox washing up the track. He's going to end up in a fuel situation along with the 14 of Shriver. Warren's looking underneath. 69 Monster Menards very much a momentum style track, whereas if a driver upsets your line, you can lose that momentum. Lawrence falls behind, not able to make a move on that 69 machine. Checking on our leader now is the 21 of Khan. Shearer on the attack. Underneath, he gets squarely. Young ducks low. Gets a big run. Young's gonna get underneath Shearer going into turn 3. Way down to the bottom to break the draft. Ducks in behind. Expecting the pit window here to be around lap 20 for these drivers. 2 sets of tires. I'm not sure if we're going to see people bolt some on. Tolson and Shriver duking it out now. Tolson underneath. Gets a run, slides up the track. Fox follows through. Excellent run for that 69 machine of Fox. E6 for the 69 machine. Drivers under fire once again. Likely the 14 machine is going to be starting to suck the tank dry and look to be pitting soon. Also not a bad strategy as he's able to off cycle the pits. Was able to get some track position. He was a little bit further back in the field, so we'll have to see. On our leader right meow, with only Shearer 2/10 behind, followed by Young 4/10 behind, and Oaks laser focused on if there's a mistake in front of him. Those 4 separate the rest of the field by 1.5 seconds. Lap number 18. Times are starting to fall off a slight bit. Start of the race, we were turning 54 threes, 54 flats. We're seeing a mix of drivers starting to bubble out of that window. Zapata looking to get around that 14 machine of Shriver. Warren's putting a little pressure on the 69 of Fox right now, with Tolson not too far in front. Might be beneficial for these 3 drivers to work together as the leaders are starting to mix it up here. Taking a look at the 93 is Shearer, who's got a little bit of a run on the 21 of Con with Young in behind. Little bump from the 88. Looks low going into one. Drivers are going to stack up to bully that 21 car down into the corner. Shearer gets a heck of a run on the inside. But that outside line's going to be dominant. Shearer is going to have to tuck in behind. "56 years of racing history in this facility, opening up in 1969. A lot of memorable races here. And you're here for another one brought to you by Lightning Esports. The SimLab 50 at Pocono Raceway tonight. Looks like we're seeing some drivers cycle through the pits. Got the 33 of Tolson and the 01 of Jordan coming in. Looks like Fox came in as well. We didn't see Fox come in unless there was trouble on the track. I'm not really sure. Here gets a little bump on Con. They're trying to get underneath to offset that pit cycle. Get that track position. We don't know if that 21 machine is lifting down the straightaway to get an extra lap of fuel. Might be trying to push it to lap 25. Here is our new leader. On is not done fighting. He's underneath that 93 machine. Ooh, slight contact there. A little hello. Hello in the door bars. Ooh. Another close call. 93 shuts the door on the 21. Way up out of the racing groove. Able to salvage the exit with a slight brush to the wall. Looking like the draft is very much dominant here. Young able to follow through with the 21 machine to get under the 93. Oaks still waiting in the wind. I think that's a song. Lap 23 coming to 24 now. Not sure when we're going to start to see these drivers hit. Fox in the pits now, along with Baker and Shriver. Pretty much means they're going to have to stop one more time. Whereas the drivers right now are going to be able to make it almost the whole distance if they're able to stretch it a few more laps. "14 degrees banking in turn 1, 8 degrees banking in the tunnel turn, and just 6 degrees banking through turn 3. Very different turns through this tricky triangle. 21 machine darts down. Live on SpeedZoneTV, entering the pit smoothly. Here, Young and Oaks on the track for one more lap. Olsen also ducked into the pits, it looks like. Go ahead and take a look at the 21 machine. See if we can cycle that camera around. Tires are up. Gone electing to bolt on 4 skins. Back up to our leader. The 93 of Shearer. Shearer Young darting down in the pits. Ooh, tough race at the line. Zapata and Warnes also come in. Lots of room for these drivers to get out. It's going to be a drag race out of the pits to see where they stack up. No tires for the 38 machine of Zapata. He's going to pocket those. Gets him a little bit of an advantage. Drivers reintegrate on the track. That's Tolson coming up now on Shearer and Warnes. Our leaders now, Oaks, Rideout, Cookhouse, and Bridgman all coming in the pits with 24 laps to go. Ooh, 3 wide. They split the 61 of Schuessler, Olsen, and the 33 and the 21 of Robert Kahn doing the dance. Not sure if we're going to have to see a splash and go situation here. Kahn's going to want to make his way back up to the front. We'll take a look at our lap times in just 1 second. Olsen under fire from the 21 of Kahn. Our leader right now is currently our points leader in season number 5. Javier Zapata, 130.
Yellow flag is out.
Yellow is out. That's disappointing. Try to see if where that came from our SpeedZoneTV. Ooh, tough break. It looks like the 90 machine has RIP'd. Let's take a look at our SpeedZoneTV instant replay here. On the exit of pits. Back this up a little bit more. For whatever reason, the 90 machine off the pace. Not sure if he elected to take fuel or not in that pit stop. Might have been unchecked. You can see from the idle there, that car is cooked. And as that car stalls before the pit entrance, he is out of gasoline. Gasolina. That'll be our Speed Zone instant replay. Let's get back to live-ish action. Only 3 laps to go. This is a great time for these drivers to splash up the fuel. .38 machine of Zapata says, no way, Jose. And he's going to be staying out. Take a second to roll our sponsors again for caution number 3 tonight for our 50 SimLab Pocono Raceway special. "22 markers left to go. Over halfway now. Looking to crown a victor tonight for race number 6 at Lightning Esports." Drivers are likely going to have to come in one more time regardless. Going to be interesting to see how this strategy plays out, though.
Green flag, green flag.
Green is out again. Tolson pushing the 38 of Zapata. Drag race down the backstretch into the tunnel turn. The tricky triangle still being tricky to some of these drivers, that's for sure. Zapata able to close the door. That lighter fuel load helping that 38 machine power off the corners and get away. '88 Young got cars in front and behind him. Currently sitting in P4 right now. That's where he qualified. The 69 of Fox looking to get a run on the outside. 69 Fox should have momentum on the exit here. Olsen looking for room. Zapata and Shearer make slight contact. Young gets underneath. They're 3 wide going into turn 3. Gotta remember, Zapata did not take tires and stayed out. These cars aren't really falling off a lot from their fast times. Fastest time of the night. Let's look at these. Fastest time of the night is like a 54 flat. Right now, looking at now, we're going to toggle to the last lap times. They're really only 4/10 off or so. Like, it's not crazy the amount of fall off that we've had from the start of the race. Zapata getting a little pressure from the 5 of Cookhausen. Shearer breaking the draft down the straightaway. Doesn't want to pull that second place car any closer. 18 laps to go. Young in behind Tolson. Oaks in 4th. Fox in 5th. Zapata 6th. This one has gone by rather quickly. 3 cautions in the mix. Some of these drivers pit, some of them not. Let's take a look at our pit lap. Frank Tolson did not come in. His last pit time was 25 and 26 for just about everyone else. Very interesting. Sure, holding on. Young following him down to the inside wall. Down into turn 1. These drivers are dialed in. Take a look to see if there's any fast comers in the field. We'll take a look at our time tower with that last time. Our top 2 cars appear to be some of the fastest on the track. It looks like majority of the cars are pretty even. Little brush to the wall from the 69 car of Fox and the 20 machine of Oaks. Zapata is falling under a little bit of pressure. Gets on the outside of the 69 of Fox to complete that pass. Olsen, I believe, brushed the wall very hard in the exit of 3. Zapata is able to get under another car. Robert Kahn going 3 wide. To the tunnel. Gets ahead of the 69 of Fox. Down to the paint. Tight battle here. Nine of Fox and Tolson. Woo! That's the sound of the broadcast. Woo! Both drivers slide it down and commit at good speed. Back up front. We haven't seen him in a hot minute. That's 93 of Oaks, our leader. 88 of Young in second. And the 20 machine of Oaks in third. I said that wrong. We'll have to rewind that. 93 of Shear, 88 of Young, and the 20 machine of Oaks in third. 3 drivers here, just 4 tenths apart. We're gonna have to wonder if one of these guys break off early. To make advantage of their tires. Like, I know there's not a huge ordeal with speed or tire fall off. I don't know if we're going to see somebody bolt on 2 tires or what. SpeedZoneTV tonight bringing the action for race number 6. For the SimLabs 50 lap at Pocono Raceway. Second last race before we move to the playoff bracket. Next week we're at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Take a quick look at our schedule again. Our first round of the playoffs is Lucas Oil, then Kansas, off to Iowa, Daytona, and then to crown a champion, we'll be at Michigan Speedway. Over the last 2 seasons, we've seen non kind of points leader wild card come in and clinch the championship. With the level of talent of these drivers, anything's really possible. Take a look at the battle here for 8th position. That's the 87 of Baker in the hunt for the 14 of Shriver. These guys are about 8 seconds back from our leaders. Checking in on the 76 machine of Mike Rideout. He's up 5 spots tonight. 55 flat. Pretty much last time around. I guess that draft is a little bit of a factor because he's about 3 to 4 tenths slower than the cars in front. Pen machine of Henry. Being chased by a car that is 2 laps down. Ten laps to go now. Henry's currently sitting in 6th, up 7 spots. 54.86. It's quicker than the 38 machine of Zapata, who's in front, but not quicker than the cars in front of Zapata. See, the distance there is not very much. Zapata coming. Oh, sorry. Khan is coming in the pits. He's going to be the first one of the leaders to come in. He was previously sitting in 4th, trying to make a most of this. Let's see what he do as he comes down pit lane. Imagine, oh, just fuel and gone. Didn't know if we were going to see a rights only situation. Back up front here with our leaders. Focused on the 88 machine of Warren Young, who can see our leader, the 93 of Burger King Shearer, followed by Oaks. Shearer in the Burger Mobile, ducking down to the pits. With Oaks in behind Warren Young, going down the front stretch. We also have Zapata and Henry, Rideout, and Baker coming in the pits. But we're going to take a look at Shearer and see what his pit strategy is. Are we going to see the... Oh, did he miss the box there? I couldn't tell. Right sides are up. Henry's gone. That might be just enough difference. Driver's not electing to take the Tyras. Not sure if Shearer's going to be able to catch the draft to pull him in close to those other cars so he's able to make the most of those tires. Young and Oaks now into the pits. Oaks is gone. Young maybe taking a little bit more fuel. Very interesting to see how this one is going to fan out. Pure and Young able to join the pack with Zapata and Khan. Oaks about 4 seconds ahead, but he's got Bridgman. We didn't see Bridgman up front yet with only 6 markers to go. Showing that Bridgman is still due to come into the pits. He's likely holding out for a caution. But right now, our current leader, 14 machine of Christian Schreiber. Big shout out to our sponsors making it all possible. You can see them in the bottom right hand side of the screens. MRM Designs, Outlier Speed Co. SimLab is our race sponsor. Schreiber ducking into the pits. Lightning Wraps, Car to Sell in East Windsor, New Jersey, and Sim Racing Addict. Big sponsors on board, making it all possible for you to view this race. But right now, that 20 machine of Oaks, 3-second gap over Bridgman, 4.5 over Khan, as they eat up the 14 car of Schreiber, who's in the pits. Here, the 20 machine, I think, shifting in the corners. Oaks currently in 9th in points. Doesn't have a win on the season. If he's able to pull it off and hold out for 5 laps, he's able to lock himself in to that playoff spot. Where else we got battles on the track? Blinky, blinky, blinky. Don't thinky, just click. Here's the bee's nest again. 3 wide. Down the front stretch. That's Shearer looking on the inside of Young. Zapata's able to tow away. They got Bridgman under fire. Bridgman swallowed up as they go down the stretch to enter the tunnel turn. 4.5 second lead for our leader of the 20 machine, Jeffrey Oaks. Bridgman falling back to these drivers. 3 laps to go. Open up to 4 3/4. Oaks over Shearer. Shearer on the outside of Khan. Whoa, whoa, whoa! We did not need to see that. Where's the cameraman? Hard contact.
The yellow flag is out.
Ooh, tough break. That's what the fast repairs are for. 93 of Shearer and the 21 of Khan get together. Significant damage to the front end of that 93 car of Shearer. Doesn't look like that thing is able to turn. Let's go ahead and take a look at our SpeedZoneTV instant replay and assess the situation. Here we go. We're going to back it up a little bit because you can see that there's slight contact already between 21 and 93. Go ahead and hit play here, but let's get to everyone's favorite camera, the chasing of the far. See this the yellow line. 21 does come up slide in 93. Not sure if the 93 had damage, but he wasn't able to salvage it from that point on. That's going to be a tough break for that caution to come out because there's only 3 markers left. That's going to put us into GWC territory, green-white checker territory. So that's our 4th caution of the night. Untimely, but it's going to make a great show for you viewers at the home of Homingtons to watch who's going to be the winner of Pocono Raceway, race number 6 for the SimLab 50. All drivers coming down the pit lane now. Doesn't look like everyone did, though. Give a quick shout out to our sponsors.
Bad credit? No problem. We finance everyone. Plus, save up to 30% when you buy through our website. And we got the deal of the century. Send a friend our way, and if they buy a car, you get up to $300 cash straight to your wallet. It's summer. It's your time, and you deserve to drive the car of your dreams. Come on down, and we'll put it all together for you. We want you out of that old ride and into something fresh. And that something is here at Car to Sell.
Well, oh well. I think there's 3 attempts here at GWC. It's very interesting to see Oaks, Zapata, and Henry stay out. Rideout stayed out. Baker stayed out. Fox stayed out. Jordan stayed out. Schuster stayed out. Crazy times for this 18-car field. Base car is in. Not a lot of time. Green is out. Zapata gets away on Oaks. Oh! Hard contact there. No caution yet. There's carnage everywhere.
Caution, yellow flag.
I don't even know what happened there. That is not what we wanted to see. Looked like a tough battle and the restart, but that 20 car has faced significant damage. Oh, man. Go ahead and take a look at our SpeedZoneTV instant replay. Gonna get here in behind the field. I would just want to back it up a little bit here. I'm gonna watch it in real time. Try to figure out where the contact happened. Looking like the 20 is coming down. And I'm not really sure if there was contact between the 10 and the 38. But you know, the 20 machine just slides back up the track here. 21 hard in. That's Shriver and the 14 getting a little bit of contact. You wanna slice it up just one more time. Not really sure if we can get a different view. Not looking like I can get a good view to happen. What happened? Can't tell if there was contact between the 38 and the 10, resulting in the 38 to come up, or if the 38 just came up on his own fruition. Take a look at Chase, see if it's hard to tell on that contact. We're gonna go back to live action here because we've talked a lot, but we're not seeing anything. Back into GWC territory. Second GWC attempt here. We saw a whole bunch of carnage on that one, and I don't think anyone was expecting it. There's contact between the 20, the 38, and the 10. You know, talking to race control, we're not really sure how to discern who could really attribute what, you know, who's at fault. You know, we can't. There's no definitive line there. We're gonna have to leave that for an after race review. Lights are off on the pace vehicle again. Some of these drivers might be battling for fuel. We're not quite sure. Top 5, 88 a Young, 87 a Baker, 76 a Rideout, 69 a Fox, and Henry, our current leader.
Green.
Green's out. Henry gets away, but not by a lot. It seems that the outside groove has the momentum. 3 wide into turn 1. Fox gets a run on the outside. Young on the inside. Wrecking again.
Yellow flag.
Ooh, that looks like a tough one. Ooh. Have to go out and figure out what the heck happened this time. That's going to be our second GWC. If there's another caution there, it's going to go official. Here we are. Again, using our SpeedZoneTV instant replay cameras. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a good view from this one. Here we are. We're just looking for something. There's 6 cars wide. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for sure. Looking like we ran out of real estate there. That is 20 machine making contact with 5 machine of Cookhausen to 01 of Russell. Jordan. Go ahead and back this up. See if we can turn where the contact is. It looks like a plethora of cars doing a tricky triangle tango. I don't know. Right there, it looks, you know, gonna have to leave this one up as a almost like a racing deal. Confirm with race control again, but you know, there's too many cars here trying to fight for real estate. The 01 of Russell's coming down on the outside of him. 87 of Baker leaves no room for the 5 of Cookhausen and no room for the 20 of Oaks and no room for the 1 of Russell. Tough break for those drivers. Looks like we've got quite a few cars coming down the pits. The 69 of Fox is giving up the lead, likely in a fuel situation. You thought it was going to get spicy. We got one more attempt. That's going to put Shearer back in the lead. This will be our final GWC attempt. Now we've saw the last 2 restarts where that outside car gets a run if they fire off at the right time. Tensions are high. The tricky triangle has proved the tenacity that these drivers need to get it done. The lights are off on the pace car as we have one final attempt. Driver and
Green.
Shearer side by side with Schuessler and Russell in behind. Russell, significant damage on the nose. Tolson going 3 wide. Now 2. Woo, right out making a run on the bottom side. Even with Tolson in the tunnel turn. He pit the last time around. Here comes Young, making it 3 wide into 3. Schuessler backing out of it. Says, I don't want none of that business. 4 wide again. These guys just don't learn. Race is official. Shearer checking out. Orders up. Whopper served. Shearer's handing him out in that 93 machine. Looks like Shriver's going to grab P2. Barring no mistakes, he's fallen almost a second back from our leader. Slides the bottom down on the flat. The tunnel turn is Young. Young is not getting a significant run here. Fox climbs his way back up to P3. Tolson going around. Carnage in behind. Shearer down the line for funsies. Here's our winner, Shriver second. Tolson. Carnage, but Young third. All the carnage happened there. I'm not really sure happened further back, but pink and white checkers aren't fun. Let's go ahead and take a look at our SpeedZoneTV instant replay here. Get a glimpse of that last bit of carnage here. Olsen kind of tries to shut the door on the 76er ride out, gets into the 5 of Cookhausen, and ouch. And that's why we wear seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. That is why we wear the seat belts. Big win for that 93 machine. Bud Shearer. Saw some tomfoolery happen as far as his race story for tonight. Was up at the front, fell to the back, got back up to the front again when it mattered. Survived 3 GWC attempts to capture the dub tonight. The Burger King, the Whopper, the Tricky Triangle Tamer, Bud Shearer, burning them down. Make sure you got your smoke inhalators on. Quick shout out to our sponsors. We'll run a commercial and see if we got some drivers for an interview. Bringing in our P2 finisher tonight, the 14 machine of Chris Shriver. Chris, it's Rob up in the booth. How you doing tonight, sir?
I did pretty good. How about you tonight?
I'm pretty dang happy. How was the Tricky Triangle for you?
coming into this race, I knew I couldn't be as fast as these guys. So instead of being faster, I said I'll be smarter. We're trying to get a strategy figured out, kind of cook it up as well. And honestly, it wasn't quite how I dreamt it up, but that was a pretty huge break. I saw everyone going into pit road there on that third, the final green white checkered setup. From there, honestly, it was just mainly, can I get this thing right where it needed to be? And I didn't know how bad or good Butch Shears was going to be for his run, so I wasn't going to try to hunt him down or chase him down. My tires were just a little too on the burnt up side, and unfortunately, I just didn't quite have enough time or a chance to get up there to and fight. So another P2 anyway. I mean, at least kind of stay consistent with that. It was just a fell short here trying to take down the old triangle.
Yeah, and you did quite well. I watched you through the race. You had an off-pit strategy. The cautions kind of played into your hand to get you back to where you were. So, P2's very reputable. You're sitting 10th in points after tonight. I believe that the race has gone official. It looks like it has. We're headed to Las Vegas next week. Do you got any thoughts for the hot sun of Vegas?
Well, the funny thing is I'm actually a bit of a dealer when it comes to playing the table games, and right now I think I need to find me the blackjack hand to take down everyone in Vegas. So, hopefully with anything, instead of just playing blackjack, I give them the old dead man's hand as well with this machines and take one home there in Vegas. But it's going to be a tough one because the thing with Vegas is that it's such a fast-paced track. Tire wear is just so critical in enduring that it kind of plays into like what it was here at Pocono. The only thing is like the turns are a lot more stabilized. I didn't do too well in practice when I went and did a little event here a while back, so I'm hoping maybe for a little bit of a better break. But at the end of the day, you're just hoping for another P5 to another P1 and hopefully keep my chances of getting into the playoffs alive.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be critical. The fields have been tight, and you've really done a great job at making your presence known on the track. So hopefully with a good wrenchman, some good driving, and some good equipment, you'll be able to just lock yourself in for the playoffs next race.
For sure there, man. Well, I mean, if anything, too, I hope the guys that kind of bumped me around and kind of threw me around a bit, too, don't mind. I was telling them that I'm their #1 fan around here. So, I mean, if anything, a big thank you as well to the sponsors as well that helped bring this league to life and all that. My guys over at RBR, English Creek Speedway, as well as my family. I saw my niece get her crowned season champ just today, so I'm hoping I can kind of join her in the same position here not too long from here. Big thanks to my grandparents, my grandpa, grandma, my brother, my sister-in-law, and everyone else, including Apollos and everyone else runs this darn league, man. A lot of work that goes into it, and I know exactly how they feel, so getting P2 here tonight, this is for them.
Heck yeah, brother. Well, shout out, humble shout out to all those people that you just mentioned, and great job at getting her done tonight for a P2, and I hope to be chatting with you next week.
Sounds good. I appreciate it, Rob. Thanks for what you do there, brother.
Yeah, take care.
You too.
Giving you the hot sauce was the 14 machine of Shriver. We're going to bring in our winner, Bud Shear, in just 1 second. There we go. Oh, there we go. What's up, Bud? It's Rob up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, man. There's a little bit of turmoil for you tonight. I saw you go from the front to the back to the front. Survive some carnage. What did you see, and how did you get where you were?
Yeah, it started out pretty smooth and calm, and then all out of nowhere, everything got pretty crazy. I don't know. We were taking it pretty easy the whole race, and there was time when I realized they were running pretty hard at certain points, and I was still taking it easy. So I figured no matter what, if it stayed green and we pitted under green like that, I would slap a set of tires on it. There's no sense in trying to put the fastest car out there on old tires and let somebody else put tires on and lose half a second a lap with 10 laps to go. I would just get run down. So I figured we might as well put the tires on it, at least rights, and run them back down and get to them. And I figured I could pass them all. And yeah, Jeffrey, I don't know what he did, but he got way out there on the rest of us. I was a little concerned at first. I told myself I needed 3 solid laps to run him down. And yeah, I think I got second with about 3 to go, and then I don't know. I thought I was clear of them, and then all of a sudden I felt the hit in the left quarter, and next thing you know, the car was completely destroyed, and I had no right side tires left, and so yeah, limping around under caution to get back to the pits just wore them tires off. So I was not very confident going into those restarts, but we stuck with it. We got aggressive on the restarts. I think I made up 3 spots every time we went green, and finally we got to the front.
Yeah, I'd definitely say that was like one of the critical things that I saw was, drivers' ability to make positions on the restart. The outside groove, it either took off or it stalled out, and it really came down to who fired off.
Yeah, I like the outside for the restart. However, I had a bottom feeding car, so it
Yeah.
was kind of, I mean, I didn't really try the outside other than for restarts and then jump to the bottom once I cleared until the end there, and I didn't realize it was going to be that quick with half wore tires and I was almost out of gas. I didn't think we'd have 3 green white checkers. I only put like 2 extra laps in it before the first green white
Yeah.
checker.
Well, look at the field on the last GWC there. You saw just about half the field come in. They're really in the same situation. So, just like Chris was talking about being a dealer, somebody dealt you the right hand to put you up front right at the end there when it mattered the most. So, shout out for you for handing out some Whoppers and getting that Burger King machine to the front there. Who do you want to give a shout out to for your win?
I'd like to give you thanks for putting on this broadcast every week and everybody here that puts on the league and lets me come out here and race. And I'd like to thank Sean and Justin at RBS Racing and everybody that shows up. And yeah, we had a blast tonight. And I know those first 30 laps, I think there was 4 of us racing for it the whole time. And
Yep.
Should have been semi-exciting to watch.
Yeah, no, excellent battle. You could throw a blanket over you for. I thought you were cuddling on the track, but it turns out you were just racing.
You can never tell if Khan's saving or not. So I thought, the hell with it. I'm going to flip the switch and I'm going to pull a Khan. I'm just going to keep peeking my nose left or right, and I'm going to try to make him overdrive it and try to make him do something he doesn't normally have to do, which is defend every single corner, every single lap. So, yeah, finally seen a weakness in the guy.
Yeah.
Took a little while.
Yeah, not every track is everyone's like pinnacle. You got 2 wins on the season. We're headed to Vegas next week and into the playoffs. Do you think you're a contender, or what's going on with that?
I wouldn't look that far ahead. It's been an absolute dreadful season in here for me. I don't know. There's been 4 or 5 times, I think, on raw speed we had the best car, and I think I've completely wrecked in every one of those races, including this one. I just somehow managed to come back here. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had terrible luck, and everybody else is doing pretty good. So I wouldn't bet on me, that's for sure.
Well, it is what it is, Mr. Bud. Thanks for putting on a show tonight, and congrats on your win. And I wish you all the luck at Vegas next week.
Thank you kindly, man. You have yourself a good night.
Take care. You heard it from the man himself. He's not the horse you want to bet on for the championship, but definitely one of the pretty ponies or the fast ponies in the pony show. That's going to be kind of how we're wrapping up tonight for our broadcast at SpeedZoneTV. I'm Robert Warren, your host, bringing you all the action for Lightning Esports. Tonight we had a showdown at Pocono Raceway for 50 laps. Brought to you by Sim Labs. So if you're in the market for wheels, pedals, a sim rig, you're going to want to check them out. We're going to roll through our finishing results just before we sign off. Give a shout out to that field. If it pops up, there it goes. So Shearer grabbing the win tonight. Shriver in second. Young in third. Right out fourth. Baker fifth. Bridgman sixth. Warrens grabs a 7th after some carnage. Henry 8th. If he had the fuel, he probably would have clinched the win tonight. The 01 of Jordan grabs 9th. Schuessler 10th. Russell 11th. Kahn 12th. Cookhausen 13th. Fox 14th. Tolson 15th. Zapata goes a few laps down, resulting from that other carnage in the GWC. 16th, Oaks 17th, Causey 18th, rounding out the field. Next week, we're at Vegas for the final regular season round. After that, we move into an off week, and then we come back for the playoffs, where any drivers in the top 10 in points or drivers who have a win, drivers must maintain attendance to get into the playoff round. So I'm excited to see what Vegas brings. It's a very high speed track with higher banks than what we saw at the Tricky Triangle tonight. So be sure you're tuning in next week at 7:45 EST for all the action SpeedZone TV has to bring. Make sure you throw a like on the broadcast, share it out to your friends and family, and give some love to our league for season number 5, Lightning Esports. Put on a great show tonight. I think there was a few cautions. Went one eye. Looks like I'm counting 6 tonight. Last week at Knoxville, we got it done relatively clean. But every track calls upon different talents. Different talents cause different carnage, and that's what we have here at the Tricky Triangle tonight. Shout out to that 93 and handing out the double whopper, all the whoppers to the entire field. Bud Shearer, the Burger King mobile, in the Chevy powered car. Awkward pause. Like I said, we'll be back next week. Hope to see some more great action. Hope to see you guys back and have an enjoyable rest of the Sunday night, and talk to you guys soon. Signing off, I'm Robert Warren, SpeedZone TV. Catch you all soon.